Hello, this is Joe Pearson, and this is the on-call consulting services for community development request. Community development has been utilizing professional on-call planning services in an effort to mitigate the ongoing staff shortages, extended processing timelines, a backlog of projects, and address legislative mandates. For the planning division, this is further exacerbated by an increase in the number of various types of permits due to changes in state laws. While the long-term business model for community development is to continue to fill vacant positions and perform permit processing work in-house, there's been a persistent backlog due to staff shortages that will require the continued use of consulting on-call planning for the next few fiscal years. As of December 1st of 2023, there were 4 vacant planning division positions. Staff anticipates that the need for consulting on-call services will taper off as vacant positions are filled and new employees are trained. Currently, community development uses Rincon, CSG, and NROS for on-call services. Contract planning staff through on-call agreements are primarily used for augmentation of planning staff for the processing of development projects and longer range or policy-related work tasks, and assistance with interdepartmental projects and or departmental project management. The use of contract planners through on-call agreements allows planning the ability to respond quickly to these various types of work when full-time staff is not available. Over the past few years, contract planners have been utilized to work primarily on deposit-based permits, which may include environmental work. Deposit-based permits means the cost of the contract planner is 100% covered by the applicant. Some examples of projects that consultants have worked on are shown here on this slide. As a result of a competitive request for qualifications process, in July of 2021, the city entered into a contract with Rincon Consulting for on-call permit processing and planning services, including long-range planning efforts. Planning's use of contract planners has outpaced the current agreement with Rincon Consulting to the extent that the current agreement has been nearly fully encumbered as of November of 2023. Thus, an increase in the total amount is being sought. The Second Amendment includes a 1-year extension and an increase to the agreement by $500,000. As a result of a competitive request for qualifications process in July of 2021, the city also entered into a contract with CSG Consulting for contract planners. Again, planning's use of contract planners has outpaced the current agreement with CSG consultants to the extent that the current agreement has been nearly fully encumbered as of November 2023. Thus, an increase in the total agreement amount is being sought. The First Amendment includes a 1-year extension and an increase to the agreement by $250,000. In addition to the plan check backlog effort, community development will also be beginning the implementation of the new ERP software that will replace our current computer software starting in January 2024. This effort will require additional planning professional consulting services from on-call consultants to offset the significant staff time the ERP implementation will require. We anticipate using all approved and available on-call contract services in this effort. There's no financial impact associated with this agenda item. Planning collects permit revenue, which helps to offset the contract expense and their impact to the general fund. Additionally, grant funds have the potential to offset contract planning staff hours. Current budget appropriations are sufficient and available in the planning division operating budget and various project accounts to fund these agreements. Therefore, staff recommends that the City Council approve and authorize the execution of the Second Amendment to the agreement with Rincon Consulting Services to increase the total amount by $500,000 and extend the agreement by 1 year, and to amend the agreement with CSG Consultants for on-call contract planning services to increase the amount by $250,000 for a total agreement amount of $500,000 and extend it by 1 year.